The Chargers punched their playoff ticket in spectacular style, delivering a dominant performance against the Patriots on Saturday. Behind Ladd McConkey's record-breaking day, they secured their spot in the postseason with authority. But here's the big question: can they keep this momentum going and make a real run in the postseason? There's so much to talk about. Let's dive in and see why this Chargers team might be one nobody wants to face in January. What's up, buddies? Welcome back. If you are new here, make sure you hit the subscribe button. We cover all AFC West news here on this channel. First, let's talk about the real deal. What head coach Jim Harbaugh has accomplished with this team is really impressive. After a decade away from the NFL, Harbaugh returned and completely turned this team around, doubling the win total from the previous year and delivering a playoff berth in his first season. That's remarkable. The Chargers dismantled the Patriots in a way that left no doubt about their playoff credentials. Herbert, for his part, continues to prove why he's one of the best quarterbacks in the league. Under Harbaugh, he's taking care of the ball better than ever and delivered another stellar performance in this game. A Sasisen Hatos passer rating as E.G. Nagiven Burger Foxborough Ban? That's the kind of elite play that gives Chargers fans hope for a deep playoff run. The match itself was not so exciting for Patriots fans because it was pure dominance by the Chargers. Winning 40-7, the Chargers avoided the drama of a must-win Week 18 scenario, like the one they faced against the Raiders in 2022. Let's dive deeper into what made this game so special. This was also the highest margin win of the season for the Chargers, 33 points win. Prior to this, their season high was 23 points against the Panthers. Timing is everything in football, and the Chargers seem to be peaking at just the right moment. Looking back, the momentum shifts arguably began during that game against Denver, right before the second half with that pivotal free kick. That spark carried over, and now the Chargers are putting up points consistently and decisively. After an initial punt to start the game, the Chargers went on an incredible streak, scoring on 7 straight drives. For a team that once had 45 points dropped on them by the Patriots a few years ago, this performance was a clear message. Things have changed. Rookie wide receiver Ladd McConkey played a huge role in the Chargers' win. In just 3 quarters, McConkey torched the Patriots' defense with 8 catches for 94 yards and 2 touchdowns. One of those touchdowns was a 40-yard bomb from Justin Herbert. With this performance, McConkey broke multiple rookie records, surpassing Keenan Allen for the most receptions and most receiving yards by a rookie in Chargers history. It's incredible to see what McConkey has accomplished, especially considering the move by Joe Hortiz to trade up and draft him. That decision is paying dividends, as McConkey has emerged as a budding superstar. His route running, his ability to find space, and his connection with Justin Herbert have all been on full display throughout the season. Watching him develop has been a treat for Chargers fans. What makes McConkey's season even more remarkable is the way he's compared to Keenan Allen, one of the best wide receivers in the franchise's history. While the NFL now has an extra regular season game, McConkey has matched Allen's rookie production within the same 15-game span. Both players missed 1 game in their rookie seasons, and both had the same number of targets. Yet McConkey has surpassed Allen in receptions, with 77 to Allen's 71, and in yards with 1,154 compared to Allen's 1,046. The only category where McConkey hasn't taken the lead yet is touchdown. He currently has 7 touchdown receptions, trailing Allen and Hunter Henry's rookie marks of 8 and John Jefferson's record of 10. McConkey nearly tied Allen and Henry during this game, but missed out on a 3rd touchdown when Justin Herbert overthrew him on what would have been a spectacular hat-trick performance. With 1 game left in the regular season, McConkey has a real shot to move up the ranks. Other than offensive dominance, the defense made a statement too, and leading that defensive charge was none other than Derwin James. James had 2 game-changing sacks on 4th down, a crucial area where the Chargers have struggled at times this year. Those 4th down stops were the difference between a close game and the blowout we saw. James was an absolute force in the backfield, turning key moments into Chargers dominance. With his performance in this game, James now has 5.5 sacks on the season, a career high for him. It's incredible to watch him when he's playing at this level, especially when he's being used closer to the line of scrimmage, where he can maximize his impact. His versatility and ability to affect multiple aspects of the game on a consistent basis are unmatched. Simply put, Derwin James is back, and he's in all-pro form. The Chargers are reaping the rewards of his elite play. James completely shut down Hunter Henry, Drake May's go-to target, to 0 catches on 2 targets. Overall, the Chargers' defense put great effort into winning this game. They allowed only 7 points. It marked just the 2nd time this season they've kept an opponent to single digits. The Patriots were held to a mere 181 yards of total offense. And while they may not be an elite offense, the Chargers did exactly what they were supposed to do. They completely shut them down. Of course, there was one fluky touchdown, a free play where Drake May capitalized with a great throw. But outside of that single score, the Chargers' defense was nearly flawless. Even the special teams had moments of brilliance, though It's tough to overlook the penalty that wiped out what would have been a spectacular touchdown return by Darius Davis. Defensively, the Chargers were suffocating. The Patriots managed just 2 for 10 on third down and couldn't sustain anything offensively. They were held to under 100 rushing yards, and no receiver had more than 46 yards in the game. Add in the 4 sacks on Drake May, and you've got a complete defensive performance. With this level of play, the Chargers' defense has established itself as a force to be reckoned with heading into the postseason. If they can maintain this intensity, they'll be a tough challenge for anyone they face. This game showcased a near-complete performance from the Chargers, but let's be clear, the real tests are still ahead. Yes, they dominated the Patriots, but the playoffs will bring top-tier offenses, and the Chargers' defense will have to rise to the occasion. What's encouraging, though, is the noticeable improvement in key areas that have historically been their Achilles heel. What's also great about this game is that it offers teachable moments without jeopardizing the win. Plays like Cam Hart's 3rd and long pass interference or Christian Fulton's 2nd and 24 penalty are mistakes you can address in film sessions without the sting of a loss. For young players like Junior Colson, who had a mix of good and bad moments, this was a valuable experience. While his penalty on a sliding quarterback was a learning moment, he also showed growth later by delivering a clean, hard hit on Drake May without drawing a flag. These are the types of lessons that can make a difference down the road. Unfortunately, the game wasn't all good news. The loss of Elijah Molden to a non-contact injury is brutal. A broken fibula ends his season and leaves the Chargers with a hole in their secondary. Adjustments will need to be made, and it's something we'll dive deeper into during tomorrow's show. Looking ahead, there's still a lot at stake in Week 18. The Bengals' win over the Broncos has created an interesting scenario. With the Bengals now motivated to beat the Steelers, the Chargers could potentially secure the 5th seed. Even Carson Wentz could play a role if the Broncos need a loss to the Chiefs, though Kansas City might not have much to play for. The possibility of a first-round matchup against the Houston Texans makes things even more interesting. Let's be honest, out of all the AFC playoff teams, the Texans seem like the team everyone would prefer to face. They've been struggling, and while no playoff game is ever easy, this could be a favorable matchup for the Chargers to advance. The stage is set for them to capitalize on this momentum and make a real impact. This game also highlighted something crucial about the Chargers. When they're at their best, they can compete with anyone, even teams like the Ravens or the Bills. On the right day, the Chargers have the potential to take down even the league's toughest opponents. However, what really stands out this season is their ability to consistently handle business against teams they should beat. That's something that hasn't always been a hallmark of Chargers teams in the past. Take a look at their record this season. Aside from the Cardinals, who handed the Chargers their only loss to a sub-500 team, they've taken care of business against every other opponent they were expected to beat. It's not just about beating bad teams, it's about doing it consistently, something that not every team can claim. Now, with a chance to notch 11 wins for the first time since 2018, the Chargers have proven they're a different team this season. The Chargers are set to face off against the Raiders in a Week 18 matchup that could have big playoff implications. With a solid playoff berth already secured, the Chargers will look to build on their momentum and potentially secure a higher seed. The Raiders, on the other hand, just secured a consecutive win against the Saints, and that's where the Chargers stand heading into the playoffs. On a high note, with a lot of momentum and a team that looks ready to compete with the best. But now it's your turn to weigh in. Can the Chargers keep this level of dominance going against tougher playoff teams? Do you think Ladd McConkey will break more rookie records in the final game? And here's the big one. If the Chargers face the Texans in the first round, is this the perfect matchup to start a deep playoff run? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget to subscribe and follow for more Chargers updates and AFC West news. Thanks for watching, and as always, go Bolts!